Hey you guys, today I just want to do this video because it's Sunday, so what better way to do this video? I've been thinking about it for a while, and I figured I'll do it last Sunday, the Sunday before that, and things start happening where I didn't do it. But I just feel like it's time for me to make this video. And I'm gonna title this "Why I Left the Church," and I'm doing it because it's a Sunday. And I'm gonna try not to curse, and I don't want nobody to get offended. I don't want nobody to think I'm talking about them, but hell, if the shoe fits, oops, sorry, y'all know me. If the shoe fits, I'm sorry, but it's my opinion, and I just think it's time for my story to be not just my story, but just my opinion to be heard of why people leave the church. Not just per se of why I left the church, it's just why people leave the church. I grew up in church. My grandfather was the pastor, great grandmother first lady. You know, I just grew up in church. That's all I knew. Sunday you go to school of wisdom. Some people call it Sunday school. We went to church. We went to YP band. It was something after church where, for young people to learn more about church and stuff in the Bible. I went to choir rehearsal. I was in the youth choir, adult choir, young adult choir. I've done a lot. I've praised dance at church. I'm all for church. I don't have no problems with going to church. That's not my problem. My problem is the people in the church. So I just had to just distance myself. I start going back. When I go to California, I go to church with my sister or whatever. But I'm still hesitant. You know what I'm saying? When I go with my sister, even though I enjoy the church, I'm still hesitant. But like I said, I grew up in a church. It might be a long and just off hearing just all over the place video, so bear with me. But like I said, I grew up in a church, and when I started going to church or whatever, being young, you just be happy to be there. I mean, there were times where we rather hung at church with the friends we had at church, which I consider family, more than we did with our friends in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much we went to church. But as I grew older, it was more of a competition, more of who can sing the best, who can dress the best, who had the better cliques in the church. And it was like, is this really what I want to be a part of? Cause if y'all know me and if y'all watch my video, if y'all know me, I am team support everybody. I'm cool with everybody. But it just started getting messy. It just really started getting messy, and it would be where, it would be like going to school, and I didn't have time for that. It was just like going to school. Like, if you cool with this person, you can't be cool with me. Or it would be like the cool kids. If you not in a group, you couldn't sing in a group because they was all a clique group, and they felt like one person couldn't sing over the other person. Everybody wanted to be the leaders. Then it came, and that was just the young. That wasn't just the young people. It wasn't just the young people. It wasn't just teenagers. It was grown people acting like this, and I was just very, very put off. I started seeing favoritism. I started seeing a lot of favoritism, and I couldn't deal with it. I've seen people hurt my kids' feelings, and then when I bring it up, it was just like, okay, and what you want me to do? Because we can't let these people know what's going on, because we don't want to make them mad, because we don't want them to leave church, because they bringing in people, they're bringing in money, they bringing in this and stuff like that. So I got that, and that was very off-putting. I got where, and this wasn't happening at one time. This was just happening over a period of times, and I just got that up. But then it was where I started questioning stuff, and I wasn't getting answers. You know what I'm saying? It would be like um simple things that I just felt like if I want to get closer to God, I should be able to ask questions. So it would be things where I would be like, well, how do you know that this is what God wanted? Because the Bible said, didn't man make the Bible? Can y'all give me some kind of other way of telling me this is how this is supposed to go? Because, like I always say, man made Bible. So a lot of the things it be man's opinion and we just going along with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just needed some more to that and I wasn't getting it. It was, why are you questioning? And I'm like, Then if it was, I got where if I would go visit somebody else's church, I would get like stares or why you going to that church? It's mess everywhere. Or did you ask the pastor, can you go to that church? Grown. I didn't know it was like that kind of protocol. So if I was wrong, my bad. But I didn't know it was a protocol that you have to go ask your pastor, go visit somebody else's church. And I'm sorry, that's the protocol I can't follow because I feel like if that's what God led me to go and go hear somebody at their church or go get what I need to get at that church, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna ask permission to go get God's word nowhere. That's just not me. So I was just going through a lot of things, and I just kept saying, I could read my Bible at home. I can go buy some same gospel music they singing or download it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't deal with the mess. So, people start, I just stopped going. I didn't say bye to nobody. I just stopped going. Then I went to another church because it was closer to my home and I was going with my cousin and I was liking the service, It wasn't even about the word to me. It was about the music was hitting me more than anything. And the music had messages to me. And I liked it. It was like a family oriented church, but then it was skeletons behind it. Once I started seeing the skeletons behind it and it was people on the pulpit, I couldn't couldn't deal with it. So I stopped going there. And then I moved here to Vegas, and then now it's just hard for me to just trust the church people. It's just hard. I mean, I've been where, like I said, I grew up in church. I know a lot of people in the church. Mothers, ushers, choir directors. I just know a lot of people in the church, not just my church, but just a lot of churches around my church because we visited a lot of churches. And it's hard for you to tell young people to get saved, and then you get on the phone with them after church and you gossip, or you try to hear gossip. I don't get it. You don't shut it down. You engage in the gossip, and then when all the stuff blow up, it's like, why are y'all doing this at church? Why are you all of a sudden acting holier than thou when you were just on the phone with me Saturday before church on Sunday and was talking about some people in the church? Not just me, which I'm just giving an example. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen it happen. I've seen people gossip with people. I've seen people talk badly about people and then get up there on Sunday and be shouting all around the damn church. I don't know if they were trying to get their demons out or whatever from what they did all week, but I've seen it happen. I've seen people use the pulpit as a battle zone, and that's not what it was supposed to be for. I've seen people get mad because they not getting paid in the church what they think they should get paid and start just raising all kind of hell at the church. When we were growing up, it wasn't about getting paid to do the Lord's work. If you got paid, that was a bonus. But all this, oh, it's my money ain't right, I'm not playing, or it was just bull, and I couldn't deal with it. So this is my reason why I left the church. If anybody's offended, because I know a lot of people that I went to church with watch my videos, and this is not directed towards nobody, but this is my own personal story of why I left the church. Maybe God will see me to find another church to get into, but until then, I have the Bible app on my phone, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with reading my Bible and maybe watching stuff here and there, but all the stuff that goes on in the church, I can't. If I want to raise my kids right, I can't raise my kids in a church where it's a battle zone or a fashion show. I can't raise my kids. This is another one. I don't really mean to keep this video going long, but I have to get this one out. I can't go to a church. I can't even go. It's hard to go to a church where they judge. They judge gay people. They judge single mothers. They just judge. But when they start judging gay people and start saying gay is a sin and stuff, I can't deal with it. I mean, I might lose a lot of subscribers just saying that, but I'm cool with that. I only want my real ones on here anyway. But for real, I cannot deal with people to judge the LGBT community. I can't. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of family. I have family that's scared to come out because of what other people are going to say and judge them. So I can't. Because everybody always said being gay is a sin, and I really don't believe that in my heart, because I feel like God, if this is who God made, why is it a sin? Why can't they believe in God and praise God just the way you can? That's why I can't deal with the church. When they start condemning lesbians and gays and all that kind of stuff, I can't. And I've got that, and I'm not I'm not even a lesbian or anything like that. And I got judged just because I had a rainbow belt on at church. I was like, are you crazy? The colors in the belt match my clothes. That's why I bought it. I got offended. I got really offended. But I was just like, okay, and if I was, would you treat me any different? And you knew you've been knowing me all my life? Like, really? I've seen people talk about people that I know that's, deal with girls dealing with girls, and the judgment. I'm like, are you serious? So it's who she's sleeping with is the problem, but you know who she is and you know her heart. Are you fucking kidding me? I have, gay cousins, guy cousins, and I would never condemn them on who they sleeping with or judge them on who they sleeping with. This is why I can't deal with church. Because that's not what church is supposed to be for. Church is supposed to be here to love people and praise them and lift them up, not tear them down. And when I see churches talking about that and saying homosexuality is a sin and all this kind of stuff, and you don't want to go to hell, I will walk out. I can't. Because I love everybody. I treat everybody equal. I support everybody. So who they doing it to in the bedroom, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Some of you straight motherfuckers need to learn something from them, so I don't get it. I'm just being for real. So I love everybody, and like I said, I hope don't nobody get offended. It's my story. If you have similar stories, leave it down in the comment section, because I know I'm not the only person. So leave it down in the comment section. Maybe we can get something together and talk about God together. But until then, church ain't it for me. I'm just saying. I read my scriptures and get my life and live right and deal with that. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, Xbox Live. I do everything by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And I'm sorry this video is so long, but I had to get my thoughts out. Alright, peace out, you guys.